Monday afternoon. We're back again for some Hatha Yoga asanas. And a yoga practice involves every aspect of our being. So the asanas help to release tension in the body, they help to harmonize us, and help to keep our mind and body working together. But every yoga practice involves some kind of postures or asanas. It involves breathing practices, it involves meditation, it involves character development, and it involves opening our hearts to an experience of the inner self, the divine within us. And so whatever we do in yoga, we want to have that attitude that we are opening ourselves to our inner self, to that pure consciousness that is within each of us. So let's begin by putting our awareness along the spine in the heart center, or between the eyes, above the eyebrows and the third eye. And just knowing we have nowhere to go, nothing to do, but enjoy this time of doing asanas. And now let's begin by doing some breaths, some spinal breaths. We're going to inhale, putting the awareness at the base of the spine. As we inhale, we bring our awareness all the way up to the third eye above the head. We exhale, we bring it back down. So let's do 3 of those breaths. We're inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feeling nice and centered, let's do Tadasana. So balancing our weight between our toes and our heels, adjusting the abdominal area, bring our arms up, palms facing up, then lower them down, fingertips in, adjust the chin. Great. Feeling nicely centered, we're ready to move into 3 full yoga breaths. So bending forward, exhale completely. Remember, as you inhale, you're filling the lower, middle, upper portion of the lungs, coming up on your toes. And we're exhaling any negative thoughts, feelings, or toxins. And then on the third one, we bring our arms to our sides, bring our awareness within, and as we pause. And now let's move into a wide leg forward bend. So taking a nice wide stance, bend from the hips, relaxing down. And just as you relax down, feel like you are releasing and letting go of tension, the hips, backs of the legs. And now let's bring our left hand to our left kneecap or foot for a classic triangle. Opposite arm is extended up. And then lowering that arm, coming back to center. And now the opposite side. We'll lower our arm, come back to center one more time. And then palms together, we'll come up nice and slowly. And then bring our feet together and pause. Let's do a chair pose next. So feet are a little distance apart, not really wide. Bring our arms up. We're going to come up on our toes, back down on our heels, and then bending our knees, arms open. We're opening our hearts as we do this pose. And then we're going to come up and come on our toes, stretch one more time, lower our arms, and pause. And now we're going to move into a standing cat. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see we bend our knees, hands on our thighs, arch the spine up, and then back in the opposite direction. And we'll do that 4 more times. And then standing up and pausing. Now let's do an ankle twist. Twists are great for releasing tension in the spine, but also for helping to open the heart. So bringing our arms up, coming up on our toes, twisting to the left. Back to center. And now twisting to the right. Back to center. We'll lower our heels and lower our arms. And now we're going to do a reverse triangle. So we'll step out with our left leg. We'll bend our knee, bringing our right hand to the mat. And our left arm is extended up. We're looking away from the screen. And then you can lower your hand, stepping back to a mountain, and then walking your hands and feet together, coming back to standing. And now we'll do the opposite side. So stepping out with your right leg, bending that knee, left hand comes to the mat, right arm is extended, looking away from the screen. And when you lower your hands, stepping back to a mountain. And then we'll walk our hands and feet together, coming back up to a standing position. And now we'll do a pyramid pose. So stepping out with the left leg, and we're going to bend at the hips, palms together in front of the chest, keeping the back flat. And then we'll come back up. Feet together. Opposite side. So stepping out with the right leg, bending from the hips. And then we'll come back up. Let's move to the back of our mats for a jackknife. Bring your arms up, stretching up on our toes, back down on the heels, and then just again, relaxing down, feeling like you're letting go of anything that's keeping you tense. And then grasping ankles, calves, or knees, draw your head in. And then release. And then coming up, bone by bone. Let's step to the front of our mats now. We're going to do a round of salutation to the sun and then the moon. We had a request for this last week, so it's always nice. This releases tension throughout our entire body. So palms together in front of the chest. We'll inhale and arch back. Exhale, coming forward, fingers and toes line up. Stepping back with the left leg. Right leg back into the slant board. Then on the knees, chest, chin, or forehead. Coming up into a cobra. And then coming up into a mountain. And then stepping forward with the left leg. Right leg forward. Coming up. We'll arch back. And we'll pause for a moment. And now arms apart. We'll do salutation to the moon. So arch back. Coming forward, fingers and toes line up. We're going to come down into a squat. Coming onto the left knee, we'll arch back. And then stretch forward. Right leg back onto two knees, arch back. Knees apart, we're going to slide up into a cobra. And then coming back onto two knees. Arch back. Stepping forward with the left leg, stretching. Coming onto the right knee, we'll arch back. Palms to the mat, bring our right leg forward, coming into the squat. Raising our hips, and then come up for one more arch back, and we'll pause. And now you can lie down and rest in Savasana. Savasana is a great time to just completely let go. The idea is we're free. We're like floating on air. You can sit up now and face your screen. And we'll start our seated postures with some leg limbering. So feet together, hands underneath your feet. We'll flap our knees like beautiful butterflies. And then we'll relax our knees, nose toward the toes. And then coming up. And now we're going to move into a half butterfly. So extending your right leg, your left foot is in, and we'll just flap our left knee. And then arm underneath, let's rotate our leg a couple times in each direction. And then grasping your foot, rotating. And then cradling your leg. Let's rock it. Your hips will love you for this. You don't have to do much rocking. You can do just a little bit or a lot. And then we'll extend the opposite leg, bringing our right leg in to do some flapping with that leg. And then we'll bring our arm underneath the knee, rotating the knee or the leg 3 times one way and 3 times back the other way. And then we'll grasp our foot, rotating. And then cradling our leg, going back and forth. And then feet together, nose toward the toes. And then coming up, we'll pause for a moment. And then staying in a cross-legged position, we're going to stretch forward. Just bringing your arms forward, forehead to the mat. And then walking your hands back up. And staying in a cross-legged position, bringing your hands behind you and opening the chest. And then we'll come out. And we're going to do some Maha Mudra. So extending your right leg, left foot is into the thigh, bringing your arm behind your back. Inhale, lock your chin, holding your breath with the chin lock, reaching down for your big toe. You can bend your knee to do it because this is an energy lock. So with the breath retained, head towards the knee, chin lock. And you need to exhale, come up. And let's do 3 more of those. Okay. And then when you've done 3, we'll pause for a moment. And now 3 on the other side. Okay, let's do a half spinal twist next. So starting out with our legs in the upside down V, the right leg goes under the left leg crosses over, right arm comes around to grasp that foot, or you can bring your arms through your legs, looking over your left shoulder. We'll untwist. Then we'll pause for a moment. And now the opposite side. So we start with our upside down V again. This time the left leg comes underneath, right leg crosses over. You can wrap your arm around the leg, reach around for your foot, or bring your arms through your legs. And looking over your right shoulder. And we'll untwist. We'll do an archer pose next. Archers are so focused, so you want to have a lot of focus with this one. So I'm going to bring my left hand to the right foot, right hand to the left foot, and bring that left leg up and the toe towards the ear, looking straight ahead. And then lower that leg. We'll pause with our legs outstretched. And now the opposite side. So this time the right hand grasps the left foot, left hand comes underneath, it needs to grasp the right foot, bringing that toe up, or that foot up. And then releasing. And now let's do a posterior stretch. So bouncing your knees. And then let them relax. Inhale, bring your arms up. Reaching down for your toes, head towards both knees. And then releasing, sitting up. And let's do an inclined plane. So left hand back, lifting up. Or if that isn't comfortable, we'll bend our knees. We'll do a tabletop. And then you can lower yourself down. And now let's move into a firm. Pull the shoulder blades back, let them relax. And then dropping your hands to your sides, bring your forehead to the mat for a child's pose. And then bringing your head in closer to your knees, grasp your heels with your hands and raise your hips. And then lower yourself back down to the child's pose. And then sitting back up into the firm. Now we're going to do a simple twist in the firm. So bringing your right hand to your left knee, left arm makes the fin behind your back or wraps around your waist, and you're looking over your left shoulder. And then untwist. And then the opposite side. And then untwisting. And now let's do a camel. So your choice. Bending your toes, grasping your heels, pushing from the lower back. Arms together. If you want to do the variation, arms above your head. And we'll come back down. And then let's slide forward into a Sphinx pose. And then coming down bone by bone, forehead to the mat, turning your cheek to the mat. And then we're going to do an alligator. So lifting the arms, legs, head. And then you can lower yourself back down. Let's do a bow pose. So forehead to the mat, bending your knees, grasping your feet, lifting torso and legs. And then lower yourself down. And we're going to roll over onto our backs. And we're going to do head of the cow, legs on our back. So let's bring the left leg in, right leg crosses over the left. And we grasp our feet, our ankles, and bring our legs closer to our chest. And we'll release our legs. We'll keep them in the upside down V position. And now the opposite side. And then releasing. We'll do a boat pose with bent knees. And then you can lower yourself back down. Let's bring our knees to the chest. And then we'll move into a happy baby. And then we'll release our legs. We'll come back to the upside down V to pause. And now let's do a threading the needle. So left ankle on the right thigh, bringing that leg in closer to your body. And now lower that leg, opposite side. And then we'll lower that leg. And now let's do a supine spinal twist. So bending your left leg, crossing it over the right, left arm is extended behind you, looking over your shoulder. And then we'll come back to center. We'll hug our left knee and then straighten it. Pause. And now we're going to hug our right knee first this time, and then bring the knee down. Right leg crosses over the left, right arm extended. And then coming back to center, straightening our leg. And now let's do a bridge pose. So bringing our feet in, lifting the hips, arms are underneath you or holding your hips. And then lower your hips, straighten your legs. And you can prepare for deep relaxation. You can rub your palms together briskly till they get warm. Palm your eyes. And then lower your arms to your sides. And then lifting your arms up, tensing your arms and legs. And then exhale, flop them down. Now we're ready to enter a state of deep peace. So let's begin by visualizing a beautiful, soft white light. It fills your room and it surrounds your body. You feel light and free, just like you're floating on a cloud. This beautiful soft mist now fills the toes of your left foot, and it fills your foot, your calf, your knee, thigh, and your hip. Your left leg relaxed and free of tension. This beautiful mist now begins to fill the toes of your right foot, relaxing your foot, calf, knee, thigh, and hip. Both legs free of tension. This loving mist fills your abdomen, and it brings its peace and calmness into your heart, lungs, chest. This soft mist begins to fill your back. It starts at the lower back, moves to the middle back, and the upper back. This beautiful mist now fills the fingers of your left hand. Fills your hand, your forearm, elbow, your upper arm, and your shoulder. Very gently now, the mist fills the fingers of your right hand. And it fills your hand, your forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. The mist fills your neck, and it brings peace and calmness to your jaw, teeth, tongue, lips, fills your left eye, your right eye. This beautiful mist fills all of your brain cells. It relaxes your thoughts, your feelings. This loving mist moves out to touch every hair on your head, your entire body. Now, completely relaxed, is your consciousness free, free to expand. It expands first to fill your room, it expands to the community, it expands to the country, to the continent, it expands beyond mountains, beyond trees, it expands to the galaxies, it expands beyond galaxies, beyond galaxies, beyond, till the entire universe is a speck of light in one tiny corner of your infinite peace. Enjoy. Bringing your awareness back from universes, back from galaxies, all the way back to your body. Returns first behind your eyes, floods your face, neck, and throat with renewed vitality, renewed consciousness, moves down the left arm to the fingertips, right arm to the fingertips, down the back to the hips, into the heart, lungs, chest, abdomen, left leg to the toes, right leg to the toes. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Then inhale, tense your arms, stretch them above your head. Exhale, lower and relax. And now you can sit up and face your screen. And we're going to do a couple of breaths to help us make sure that we are fully energized and ready for the rest of our evening. So let's do a double inhale through the nose and a double exhale through the mouth. It's a short and a long, like that. Let's do 5 of those. Hopefully you're feeling balanced, harmonized, energized, ready for the rest of your evening. So thank you all for joining me. For those of you who can stay, I'll turn the recording off and turn cameras on. Jai.